Okay, so I just wanted to quickly follow up with my last YouTube webinar video, basically to show you how to use a site like Alexa. If you're not familiar with Alexa, it's a site that measures site traffic as well as helps you to figure out how to SEO your site. And I really learned a lot more about Alexa through Robert Stanley. He uses this site pretty efficiently, along with a site called Quantcast. He taught me about those two, and I've been using those kind of exclusively to, kind of cross-reference some ideas, along with Google Insights. Google Insights actually has also been redesigned. If you haven't looked at it lately with Google Trends, so it's a little different, but I think the data is still going to kind of be useful. So anyway, I was looking on Google Trends to try and find out how to leverage what I learned from Jack and what I've learned from Robert and my own kind of like explorations as well as my own thoughts and ideas and my crazy head. Basically, uh, I just want to relay this to see if we can't stir up and further the conversation regarding how to effectively get traffic from the internet, especially with what we're doing in the offline space. And to follow up with the thought on the YouTube webinar, what we want to do ideally is try and figure out where the traffic is. So if you want to get wet, you got to go to where the water is, right? So basically, what a lot of people don't know how to do, and frankly I didn't either until playing around with this, was how to determine what aspects of a site most people go to. Now, Alexa will help you do that very effectively whenever the site that you're exploring has a lot of subdomains. Thankfully for us, directory sites do have for the most part, a lot of classified sites. That is, classified sites have a lot of subdomains. So, like Craigslist, as an example, Backpage as well. Usually, the subdomains are preceded by the city or whatever the region is. So, what I did was just for fun, was click on top sites, and if you it automatically brings you to this global tab, right? Um, the global tab shows you that Facebook is number one in the world, followed by Google and YouTube and so forth. And we all kind of know about these. But I like furthering the thought that what Jack has taught me, something I really enjoy about that Jack, and kind of the way I see it anyway, is that he has really figured out this. I'd like to say this. It's kind of this refined thinking. He does a lot of corollary type thinking, whereas when you start following him, and he's done so much studying with this stuff that after a while you're like, damn, how come I didn't think of that, right? Like it was right under my nose. So after playing around with those notions, I tend to, whenever I have a little bit of time to myself and I'm just exploring something. He's also taught me to really, he divulges information, so I like to try and mimic that. I really like that about him, and I'm trying to emulate that. So, and I want to foster a conversation because I've learned, the more that I share, the more that I learn. So, anyway, first thing I did was I wanted to first stay in my country, just because I find it informative. I just want to know what are the top sites in the U.S., right? And then, as you see here, Google is still top in the U.S., followed by Facebook and then YouTube and so forth. But what I didn't know was where Craigslist fell. And Craigslist, as far as the U.S. is concerned, is still one of the top 10 sites visited. So it even beats MSN or Bing. The other cool bit of data that I did not realize until looking at this was that once you get to this page, you can see here it says where visitors go on Craigslist, which I found really, really enlightening. If you click on this More button, you'll see that obviously they go to post ads and they go to the accounts to check their accounts, and obviously people are landing on Craigslist.org. So these three are kind of givens, right? And so we'll take that out of the equation. But once they've done all that, where are people posting or where are they visiting? Where's a lot of the traffic coming from? And then I looked at this. I look at it like a top 10, right? Like if I'm going to explore a place, I'd like to know that Los Angeles gets the most traffic on Craigslist, followed by the Bay Area, New York, and Seattle. And in cross-referencing that on Google Trends, Google Insights, whatever you want to call this now, you can see that it's Los Angeles is number one, followed by, on this side anyway, Seattle, Chicago, New York. It's still within the top 10 to cross-reference that data for you to verify. So I just found this really, really telling. And look at how much information it gives you. So how would you leverage this? How would you leverage this? I am asking this question because I'd like to know how other people are going to leverage this data. I personally am going to try and collect some traffic from these areas to say like YouTube webinars and stuff like that. I'm going to use GIF animated ads and get people to my webinars and or seminars and or YouTube webinars. And then I'll report back on the findings on that, and hopefully it'll be useful for you guys. So anyway, I'd love to find out what you guys thought and how, if you found this information useful or not, and just get your feedback. Hope you did. Love to get some feedback going, and as always, thanks for watching.